grab the chat before I forget. Hello to everyone that has joined. I have re-dyed my hair pink, so it looks good again. I mean, it was purple before, so it looks especially bright. That's why. It's not even the same color. All right, so I'll be working on a Tiefling, Cleric. I always read it as Tiefling, and then like I started talking to people that play D&D, and I'm like, oh, I've been saying that totally wrong. Get this all started up. And let me grab my, this is kind of like the board I made, so this is for the 550 winner. Let's see, music's a little louder than I want it to be. It's a little bit, there we go. All right, so these references are what he gave me for the post, so they're not super important. And then there's a trident, a waistcoat, and a chainmail shirt underneath, which honestly, I might not really texture like that because I don't think it's even gonna show up, but I can mess with that and see what I want to do. I've never done like a chainmail shirt before. So I like how this looks. I'm going to save it. You know what? I really should get a tiefling reference too. Other than just like a dude with horns. So let me grab one that I like. Tiefling Cleric, that's what it's supposed to be. He mentioned specifically it is the Death Domain Cleric or the Raven Queen, which that sounds really cool. I've never heard of it before, but it sure sounds cool. All right. Okay, let's find something that I like. Turning the mic. There we go. That one's really cool. Female, but still super cool. I like the vibe. Really dramatic pose. Most of these are female, which is interesting. Usually I get the opposite. All right. And then it's just be like normal cargo pants too. So it's not really super dressy. I guess I don't need a reference. I'll just put horns. He didn't specify what kind of horns, so never mind. I'm not gonna worry about this. All right, so I'm gonna save this. My computer, I think I already did this. I'm gonna do it again just in case. Let's see. Yes, live stream is working. Oh, there's 2 people here. Hello to both of you. All right. Copyright music, free, very good. All right, cool. I have the chat pulled up on here in case you guys do say anything. If you have any questions, feel free. It might take me a bit to notice, even though it's on my screen, just because why are you not working ZBrush? Probably a little more focused in this one. A little later on, I'm actually having a friend who's gonna come by and model and hang out as well, so I'll probably be answering his questions, and he'll be in person. All right. In the meantime, you can see my very lovely kitchen behind me. Not really. I live in an okay apartment, but I like it a lot. The rest of the apartment's like super gorgeous, but our kitchen is normal. Let's see. Ricky's in the background playing Beat Saber. I'm gonna ask. Hey, Ricky.
Yo.
How did it go?
It went pretty well. Got a new high score on Radioactive.
Ooh. I'm just doing tedious stuff, getting my thing set up in the first place. I'm surprised there are 2 people here, even though I'm streaming like really late. Okay. Moves over. All right. I think we're all set. This reference isn't super important for right now, so I'm gonna turn it off, but just so I know it's there. I'm gonna change my matte cap to one that I imported from the Pixelogic store, not Polyskin, MPChev. It's like really similar, but I don't know, I think it looks infinitely better. Okay, all right. Let's import a base mesh, which I'm gonna import a male since it's gonna be a dude. The super cheesy background music. At some point I will find good royalty-free music. I just haven't spent the time to do it yet. Okay. So I'm running ZBrush files right here, which is stuff that you guys have access to as well. I did not make these base meshes, but they're all royalty-free. I'm not sure if it's a problem that I'm technically resharing them. If so, I can just put the links to it, but I doubt there is. All right. I think his proportions are pretty good. I'm going to thin him out a little bit. I'm gonna broaden his shoulders a little bit. I just do that just for the sake of it being a mini, trying to make it as not fragile as possible. Oop, not like that. Speaking of, is my pressure sensitivity working? No, it's not. All right. So I have, let's make a new folder. I really, really like the computer that I use, but it does lose pressure sensitivity for no apparent reason. So for me to fix that, I need to open and reclose the program. Just no problem. I'm just getting started anyway. All right. Yeah, this wall doesn't like to move usually. I have to put it in, then out. ZBrush quirks. Okay, here we are. Let's see if I have pressure sensitivity. Yep, now we do. Sweet. Going with an inflate brush, lowering it to like 6 or so, and then just gonna inflate the arms a little bit so it's not so fragile later on. This is catching on my zipper and kind of bothering me. There we go. All right, looks good, simple. All right, I'm gonna go with my mask lasso, holding control. Looks good, and I'm gonna split the head to be its own piece. And that's because I dynamesh this at a much lower resolution than I do the rest of it. There we go. Otherwise it could completely obscure all the details of the face. All right, and then I'm gonna click on divide. And now let's start getting this looking like a tiefling, which I just do as like a pointy elf sort of dude. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of specifics actually for this custom model, which I don't mind. I was gonna ask him, but I forgot. And then I figured if he didn't clarify, it probably wasn't that big of a deal. So it's really up to me to design like the hairstyle, all that kind of stuff, however I wanna do that. I'll probably give him like medium, short length hair. Something that looks good with horns. Haven't decided what kind of horns I'm gonna do. Giving the lips a little more definition, and then I'm gonna fix the nose. I don't know what's up with this base mesh, but the nose is like crooked by default. There we go. That looks a little better. You think I'd get a better base mesh or make my own? I haven't. All right, the nose is really, really thin. There's not really a whole lot of volume to it. So I'm gonna go in with a clay buildup brush, but removing the alpha so that there's no texture at the cleanup later. I can just go straight in. That didn't really do what I wanted it to. Let me turn on back face mask too, because I think that was kind of doing some stuff I didn't want it to, and I'll go with the inflate brush instead. It's because the nose is so crooked. Oh my goodness. All right, damn standard. I'm just defining the nostrils a bit better here. We go from underneath and grab inflate and using Alt to invert the brush. Defining the nostrils better is gonna help a lot. Goodness, that's crooked. I don't know why it's being so weird. I'm gonna do Dynamesh instead of subdivision levels because it's making the mesh interact a little weird. Like it was grabbing, yeah, it's still doing it. So see how odd this move brush is being? Like it's not interacting the way it should. I should be able to grab this nostril and just pull it straight down, but it's doing as if it's polygroup, but it's not. That's why I did Shift F to see what it is. So I will polygroup it a few times all together and see if it fixes it. It did not. Changing the focal shift? Yeah, it shouldn't matter. I swear it's just like a thing when I live stream. It's like, let's be as difficult as possible. Dramatic sigh. Okay. Yeah, so the move brush is not working. If I grab this out, that's good, but I should be able to go in as well, and it's not. So I'm going to restart this one more time, and hopefully this time it will work. That's something that's fine with ZBrush, and it doesn't really have anything to do with like your processing power or the computer you're using. It's just kind of a finicky program. Luckily, since I do have a lot of RAM, it opens up really quickly. so I don't mind too much. Again, this divider is just killing me. I should be able to click that. There we go. It takes like 4 or 5 times. Okay. Now if I grab, I have pressure sensitivity, got a move brush. All right, yeah, see how that's reacting totally differently? I can go in and out. Again, I don't know why it does that sometimes. That's actually a new issue. I usually don't have issues with the move brush. Kind of looks like I just gave him a bad nose job at this point. There's a lot of volume right here for this base mesh. I'm not sure why, because it's not there normally. But again, I use a base mesh instead of sculpting from scratch because it's still faster to fix or sculpt upon this than it is just to do it all from scratch, for me anyway. I don't always do that, but usually. If it's a humanoid, it just makes it so much faster. Yeah, the tip of the nose needs a lot more definition. Zooming out. You're getting like a really defined nose. I'm gonna give it a bit of a point. That seems demon-y to me. That's what tieflings are. Also need a stronger brow bone as well. And of course, my favorite thing, cheekbones. So I go from somewhere about this ear point and then going straight down. That's how that works. And then smoothing that out, and it'll make a really dramatic difference actually. Plus it's just easier for me to frame the face then. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to push his cheekbones up. Because I always think of like tieflings having really severe bone structures. Being careful not to make it look too much like a skull. Also keep in mind that the jawline and like the silhouette line are different. So most people do a mistake where they pull this way in to make it like that cutting jawline, but that's not how that works. You can pull it back a little bit, which I usually do, but make sure not to pull it back too far because the jawline actually sits higher up here. It's not that edge, if that makes sense. And that's just because that's where your jawbone sits. So it looks much more defined, looking a bit too much like a He-Man dude with that chin. Okay, it's a bit better. Make his ears bigger and pointed. 90% sure tieflings have pointed ears. Yeah, like 100% sure. I really should just grab my player's handbook and look at tiefling. Again, it's like I could have sculpted these ears, or I could just grab an ear and then drag straight out. Okay, so I ended up pinning those back by accident because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to do this again, but being a little more careful with how I'm doing this. So I want it to be like that sort of angle. That looks fine. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, where is the music? Okay, he has a pretty severe expression here, which I do like. I'm gonna lower the Z intensity on the clay buildup brush and give him a little more volume to his lips because they're a little too thin. Even for the sort of character I'm trying to create here. And the gap is a little weird as well, so I'm gonna go with an inflate brush. Just kind of gently tap. I've noticed that 10 is way too strong with the intensity. I like doing like 5 and it seems to work a lot better. All right, now he has a bit of a pout. Looks like I gave him lip injections because it's not sitting totally naturally. Make sure you put a little divot right here and that will help a lot with how it looks. Also gonna go back and define the nostrils here a little bit more. There we go. All right, now let's go in and fix the eyes. This is kind of a multi-step process. The base mesh has a really default of like really hooded eyes. I don't necessarily want that for this character, so I'm going to mask out the eyeball and then go with the clay bullet brush and Alt to carve out this section here. I think hooded eyes can be really, really pretty, but for this specific model, I don't want that. It makes it a little harder to read the face on a mini too. Okay, his eyes are a little sunken in, a little more than I want them to. Like, once I put an eyeball in there, that will help too. All right, and now going in with Dam Standard and adding more definition to the eyes here. So I use Dynamesh a lot in this stage because you can tell it's like stretching the mesh a lot. So that's before and after. See how those polygons there are kind of stretched. And then after, there's a lot more to deal with. So there's less stretching. Okay, so there's no tear duct here, and there should be, I don't know what that's called, this little crease inside your eye, but when that's not there, it looks real unnatural. There we go. So I'm just pushing back that crease to really just like exaggerate, because your eyes do protrude probably more than you realize because we're just used to seeing it. And then going with Alt, Dam Standard to bring out that edge, because also our eyelids are a lot thicker than you'd think. Eyelids are very, very thick. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want more of a demon look, so I'm gonna push these up a little bit to give him a little more of that demon face. I'm pretty sure Tieflings are half demon, but whatever. Actually, I'm like certain. All right, eyes about that size seem fine. I'm clicking W to bring up the 3D gizmo and then holding Alt to reposition the gizmo, and then just grabbing these little white squares to actually, or triangles, to actually move them around. I'm also going to split this to a different subtool because if I Dynamesh this all together, it's going to completely blur out the eyeball. Oops. All right, now I'm pulling the eyelid away from the eye because the way it is right there is way too thin. Your waterline sticks out a lot more. If you've had to do your eyeliner or filled in your waterline, you would know. It's very uncomfortable. Also, just kind of a note, his eyes are weirdly open right now. They're a little too open. Our bottom lid is a lot farther away from the center of our eye than our top. So I'm trying to say is when you open up your eyes, you're really like, I don't know. Don't focus too much on your lower lid. It's your upper one. But if you keep your upper one too high, your character is always going to look surprised. I think I kind of butchered that explanation, but whatever. If you have questions, you can fit it in the live chat. Yeah, thanks everyone who joined. You guys are quiet. That is a-okay. I'm just excited that anyone's here because it is kind of late. For me, it's normal. I stay up till like 4 in the morning. I sleep between like 4 a.m. to noon. Just how I be. I'm a little nocturnal. Ricky and I both. I'm not really sure how the volume works right there on the face. I really should look at a reference, but for this character, I'm not going to. I'm just going to create it. All right, he's looking more tiefling-y. I think his jawline could be a little more severe. So actually, we'll pull that up a little bit more. Yeah, really, really pointed, unnatural looking. I like that actually. All right, and now I'm going to mask out some eyebrows. He looks kind of bored right now, which it says right here, he is a Death Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen. He sounds powerful. I feel like he'd be almost ambivalent and bored with his power. So that's how I want to portray him. Again, I don't have a lot of information on his character, so I'm kind of making it up as I go. using Control and Alt to remove parts of the mask. Okay, clicking Control and tapping off on the model to invert it. All right, yeah, let's see. I'm gonna increase the intensity, decrease the brush size, and then just kind of scribble this in. And then later I'll go through with Dam Center to really like draw detail onto those individually. Gonna add more definition to his bottom lip. Not that much. All right, looks good. Let's see how far back this goes. I'm gonna say it first. I always like saying the before and after. I think it's fun. Oh, it did since the eyeballs. So it's not that huge of a difference. Oh well. There we go. I'm also gonna smooth out this bottom part of his lip a little bit in the corners because that looked a little unnatural. And then I'm going to block out his ears a little bit better. And then I'm altering between Alt Dam Standard and regular depending if I want to bring up form or push it down. That would come out. There, that's my very rough ear. So the jawline here kind of is concave, which is weird. So that looks better. Because I wouldn't expect it to push up like that. Like it was kind of like this, which doesn't make sense. That looks better. I'm also gonna smooth out where I carved out those cheekbone guiding lines. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like it. All right, I think I'm gonna add hair. Usually I don't do that this early on, but I'm just doing things different right now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give horns first. I have a bunch of preset horns that look really, really nice. This is from a character creature pack I bought from Flip Normals. Because again, it's like, could I sculpt these from scratch? Yes. But will this save me a ton of time? Yes. Okay. I think one of these is twisted and looks really cool. Okay, I really need to drag these on correctly. So that's the line I need to draw. So diagonal like this. Yeah, whatever. I just want to get a preview of them. I keep grabbing the same one. I don't like that. I think those could work really nicely. I'll probably do those. What's fantasy? I didn't grab it. They're cool, just not helpful for this specifically. And then twisted, I do think these look really cool, but they need to be bulked up a lot. I think I used that as a base for my Chinese dragon one, actually. Okay, so the way that I do this is I go to Append, Sphere, click on W for the 3D gizmo, and then I just click on one of these, click on one of those, and it brings it up. I'll go ahead and do solo mode, and I can like go through and pick what I want. Click Unify to actually bring it up. I think we're gonna do twisted horns. I just think those are too cool. Okay, I'm gonna turn off perspective because this is actually hollow, and there's like that weird plate on it that I don't want. So there we go. What I can do is I can do trim rectangle, Control Shift, and it will remesh it and it will remove that little weird thing. Holding Control and dragging that will inflate it. All right, and now we have a horn. This music is like kind of a bummer. Like it's peaceful, but Ooh, what's country adventure? We're gonna find out. I like it. All right, I'm gonna grab my player's handbook because they had some cool tiefling references in there. How you going?
Pretty good.
All right, I'm back with the book and my character sheets. All right, tiefling is on page 42. There we go. Yeah, it's a really cool female. It's like her eyebrows or horns, which I actually am not crazy about. Oh, and they have tails. I totally forgot about that. I don't know if he wanted... I feel like I don't know if I should give it a tail or not. Yeah, they're derived from human bloodlines. In the Brassens possible, they still look human. But they have infernal heritage. Yep. Okay. That actually gave me more questions. Now I'm more confused than I was before. But what you gonna do? Whatever. I just totally forgot tails are a thing. I will ask guy who requested this after the fact. I don't know. Okay, that looks good. Pretty happy with that placement. I think it needs to be a little more forward, more on the temple. But I like the line it's drawing off. It's pretty nice. Angle it up a little bit more. Just pull that forward. It's a little bit of spill over here, so let's do trim dynamic. All right, and then I'll go to duplicate, mirror, and then I will merge these down. Now that I see both of them, I think they point out a little too much. So I'll position the gizmo where I want the pivot point to be, and then just move them. Got my move brush and putting it back where I want it to be. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Looks cleric-y. All right, and now I'll do the hair. Normally I do the hair as a separate piece, but since it's gonna be so short, I sculpt a lot of women. I might be able to sculpt it directly onto the face. I might remember midway doing this why I don't do this. But until then, let's try this out. So the way I do hair is I usually will mask an area and extract it. But in this case, I'm going to pretend like I already did that. And then I go through with the clay buildup brush to block out the hair strand direction and just general shape. So that would actually go more like this. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, but with some slightly thicker strokes because I don't want his hair to look too flat. That's kind of the benefit of extracting the mesh first. It's hard to get his hairline quite right with those horns in the way. Surprised this music has lyrics and a singer. Usually royalty-free music doesn't. Okay, and then now I'll go through with Dam Standard and actually define the hair direction. Let me dynamesh this first. Good, didn't lose too much resolution there. So the way I do this is alternating between Alt Dam Standard and then regular, kind of giving him a bit of a widow's peak here. Struggling with this a little bit. Try and get the stroke just right. I don't want it to be too thick. But if it's too thin, it's going to take forever to texture all this hair, and it'll be too light to see in a 3D print. Also, do I have pressure sensitivity? Yeah. It's weird because the hairstyles are so slicked back. Oh, I really feel like I probably should have done my usual method of extracting it first, because now it just looks like it's coming out of his head and it's weird. Let me just mask off this line. That's okay. Tried something new. Might not have worked out. Yeah, that is sitting so weird. Okay, it didn't work. That's okay. I can keep that though. There's no point in going back and erasing all of that. But yeah, I was wondering if I could do that with short hair, if it would matter. It matters. Always extract a new piece, otherwise it just doesn't sit quite right. I tried to build up volume with it, but it did not work. There's a lot of airplanes going overhead. Okay, that's a bit low of a hairline. Looks kind of vampire-y with that severe widow's peak. Okay, and then going to double extract. Looks really silly, but it's okay. Dynamesh at a slightly higher resolution, and then I will go ahead and smooth this down. Oh yeah, it looks so much better. I wasn't able to fake the volume very well. Make sure to smooth it a lot around the hairline, so that way it doesn't look like a bubble head. Because it will be closer to the scalp around the edges of the hairline. There we go, that's good enough. Go ahead and smooth that out. Oops, don't want to smooth out his face. Then I want to make sure I still keep that widow's peak, because it's kind of just like a design choice I have going on here. There we go. Now we're going to dynamesh it in a much higher resolution. 58,000 points is not enough. 225 seems fine. And I'll go through and do what I did before, where I was defining the hair direction, all that kind of stuff, using clay buildup. Your voice has been really severe and slicked back. Just, it fits the personality better, and then also it just flows better with horns. How do they sleep? With giant horns on their head. I can't imagine. Yeah, that must be Walker.
Yeah.
Hello, you're back.
Were you waiting for me to knock? No. Okay. Took me a little bit to get up. I have my laptop on me, getting all that off. Just making sure, because it'd be really funny if we were just both staring at the door waiting. Like that. I brought my failures.
Oh. Failed prints?
Oh yeah, because I always talk about it.
Oh boy.
That's what happened, Jake.
Yeah, this much. I just started blocking out the character. And I started doing it with like a different way of doing hair and it looked dumb, so I'm back to the way I always do hair. That's what I have so far.
Cool.
And he's gonna have horns.
Did more in 40 minutes ish. I did in a whole 15 hours.
That's okay. I think what you made is still super cool.
Doesn't look that bad. For my first try, I'll call it okay. I would. No. I guess when you get a free moment.
Oh yeah, a free moment. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. And those supports are so thick.
Thick?
Yeah.
Oh, because I do the photon slice, which apparently is trash.
Yeah.
So if you put them too close together, they like
Merge.
cross brace with each other.
Yeah. This is still really cool though.
I'll probably figure it out one day, but
I'm confused how the little... You must have removed supports off of the little wings, huh?
yes.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, that wouldn't
I
have
got
printed.
I spent probably 20 minutes slowly getting them out. I'm done.
I'm
It's a
done.
fail.
I'm surprised it did as well as it did. My goodness, it's
Well,
so
there's supposed
thin.
to be a little finger. It's supposed to be 4 fingers. Oh,
Yeah.
is there only 2?
There's only 2.
Well, there was 3. So at some point when you travel.
He has no legs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't mind her? You really don't? Okay. I'll work set up here. Okay.
And yeah, feel free to ask any questions. There are people here, but no one's talking, which is a-okay.
Can they hear me?
Yes, anyone can hear you.
Hi everyone.
I think there's 2 people when I started. I haven't checked. Usually I live stream around like 2 or 5.
I'll keep it PG-13. No, PG.
No, it's fine. I don't swear for some reason. Oh yeah, this came out. Okay, Sliver is really hard in FDM. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Oh my god.
That was the shame.
Okay, this model is supportless. I designed this octopus to be supportless. You don't need you can print it flat on the base.
Yes. I was hoping to get a larger surface area to stick more. That's what that's for.
Okay, well, you didn't need to.
Well,
How did this fail? It fell off. I'm gonna say, I'm like, it's supportless.
I mean, it clearly works. I fixed it, but
That's so funny. I love that you keep all your failures. That
I
cracks
don't
me
keep
up.
all of them. Just the ones worth the
Worth
ones that were like
revisiting.
close. Like this one. The arm like came off.
Oh,
but
for the wood
everything else
elf?
was good.
Yeah, I like the wood elf. You know, I have pre-support STLs for all of these that work.
I also brought on my fun stuff. I made a big ass one.
Those are
Yes, I
awesome.
know you. But if I need to learn myself.
That's fair.
So.
You know what helps is if you use pre-support STLs and then learn from those. Because you can get like an idea.
Yeah, but
Nope.
it's not as fun.
I don't think failing's fun.
It's not, but it feels so good when you, for the first time, you don't fail.
That's true.
And then I take a look at these. I just took one off the print.
Oh, there's so many. It's awesome.
That needs to be 24.
Okay.
And
Are we gonna play with them our next campaign? Our next session?
no, because they take 8 hours a piece to print.
So cool. This is my DM, by the way. So that's why I like to be nice to
Oh,
him.
there's no camera.
It's right here.
Oh,
See, they can't see you.
I don't know if they can, but hi,
I
I'm Walker.
guarantee they can see you.
Okay, cool. Oh, should I show out?
Yeah, those are his things.
Just grids.
Just grids, but they're still cool. And they click together. Well, not the grids, but things onto the grid.
They actually do click. I put 4 next to each other. Okay, oh, no, there it goes.
That's so awesome. Yeah, you have like half a map right there.
Nope, it's 2 by 3, and these are 1/2 inch apiece.
Hmm.
So I need that. So,
I'm so excited because eventually, I think, right, we're going to use them. I assume that's why you're printing so many.
and hopefully before I leave.
That'd be best.
Yeah, no. I'm hoping to have them done by the next one.
That'd be
I
awesome.
pretty much, I wake up, I hit start, I go to work, I come back, it might be done.
It might be done.
It might be done.
Have they ever failed?
These?
Yeah.
No, because these are my 4th iteration.
Gotcha.
Eventually, I made a metric, and I made the dimensions just the dimensions that of the printer. So like I made
All right.
like, the gaps are like 1.6 millimeter because half of that is 0.8, which is 2 passes of the nozzle.
Gotcha.
So it's just really quick. And that's my fun toys.
Very cool.
I'm sure.
He's gonna make fun of you for the octopus.
I expect him to. And you know what? They're my shame pieces. He has every right to.
What happened with this guy?
Fell off.
Oh, I was gonna say that one's supportless.
Y'all are like parakeets.
Hey, yeah, this liver's hard.
I think it was the first one I tried to print too.
White.
Well,
I'm still impressed he did as well as he did. I'm okay at FDM 3D printing, even though that's what I started with.
it's so easy. You just hit play.
Oh, totally. So beginner friendly. Like just level it perfectly, and, you know.
It's not even. Every time I take something off, I slightly hit the level knobs on the bottom, and every time it's slightly off.
Oh,
It's
it's
like, you know what?
so annoying.
Until it stops working.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep going.
They're pretty resilient, honestly. Until they're not, and they hate you. I don't know. So I think with FDM printing, it's like I don't necessarily know what's wrong all the time. With resin, I'm like, okay, it's one of like 3 things. With FDM, it's like, okay, it's one of 52 things.
Well, I haven't gotten it. My FDM has started making a weird noise upon startup.
Yeah, it's beginning.
I just
Starts to hiss at you.
Yeah, I just wait like a minute and it goes away. I'm like, ooh, okay.
Might just be like a fan or a belt. No, it's gotta be a fan.
It's definitely a fan. Because if I push on the box where the sound's coming from, it
It stops.
makes it different. Nope.
Oh, it makes it different.
But it's definitely that. I
That's
don't know
funny.
where the problem is. I'm an engineer. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Ricky, I like your setup. Hey.
All right. His face is done. He looks very pretty and slightly bored. Let's give him close. What's up?
The mat.
Yes, and it lights up.
Can I touch it or not?
Yes, you put things on top of it.
Can you put a computer on it?
Yes, that's the whole point of the mat.
Okay. Okay. How fancy.
We're real fancy here.
Okay. I got my fancy glove. I also brought this if you wanted to check it out at some point.
Oh yeah. I've already referenced my player's handbook because I'm like, so tieflings have tails. I just forgot about that. Like, did always?
I mean, I guess you could make a tiefling that doesn't, but tieflings are known for tails.
This guy didn't give me a whole lot of information for what his character looks like. So like, I don't know. Like he didn't specify like hairstyle or horn shape or tail type.
I think it should just be a very
Classic. Yeah.
pretty.
That's what I'm doing. I think he looks very pretty. He has a very nice face shape and cheekbones for days.
Cheekbones. Keep doing about those. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh,
What?
I don't normally work on my laptop, which means I don't have my custom UI.
Sad day.
It is a sad day.
If you saved it, you could have.
Well, I was gonna put it on a flash drive.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Isn't having a custom UI the best? I'm actually doing my classroom lesson this Sunday covering that.
Oh,
How to make custom UI.
Yeah, it's great.
It's not hard, but
I just make buttons for everything.
Yep.
I had a mirror button. Cause I don't know how you. Yeah, see, you already do it different. I can tell.
yeah.
I go piece by piece. So I start with the body, and then I make the right arm, and then I make the right leg. And then
Okay.
I just duplicate and mirror, and call it good enough.
I just start with the base mesh. I don't like sculpting from scratch because my understanding of anatomy is okay.
Well, that's what you do the Scale Master for. Like a head is like half the torso, whatever.
I have never used Scale Master, not once. Let's see, Subtool, Subplugin, Scale Master.
Yeah, here's the art talking.
Oh, yeah. No, feel free to chat. Literally, people are watching, but they're being super quiet.
Okay.
Usually people either like fill up the chat or there's nothing. It's either extreme. Tonight is a nothing night, which is fair because it's most people that tune in are like 2 hours ahead of me, so it'd be 10 at night there.
Oof.
Kiki is pissed that he's not able to hang out.
Oh,
He can't
sorry,
be trusted
Kiki.
to hang out when I'm live streaming. He'll just yell into the mic. It hasn't happened yet, but like I just know it will. So I don't let it be an option.
And that's smart. That's
Yeah.
foresight. That's what you call it.
Yes. Screamy bird.
Can you hear Tiki? Is it that good of a mic?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Which I feel bad sometimes, but he doesn't do it for very long. Plus it's super quiet. So usually the music I'm playing covers it up. Isn't the glove thing make it so much easier? Feel smooth.
No,
Why do you do it then?
because it came with it. and-
Because it came with it.
I mean, I'm not using it, so might as well use it.
I think it's yeah, because you have a non-display tablet. If it was like glass, I think you'd want to use it. Otherwise, it feels weird.
If you had a whole thing like yours, yeah, but I just I don't know. I do it more just to protect it, because I know eventually just oil will build up on it.
That's true.
Like I can see a little bit of it. I needed your arm brace the other day though. Oh man, that was rough.
My arm brace? What?
Don't you have like an arm brace?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like my finger or something in my hand was not happy that day.
Yeah, it gets all cramped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me
I think
sometimes
that's the
too.
point where I would like start mowing with my fingers out just to give it a rest and then bring them in, just so it would not be in like one
All
position.
cramped. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I hold the pen like this, all weird, in between, instead of like
That's how
normal.
you're actually supposed to do it.
I think so. I forget though. Like at some point, apparently I stopped doing that. So I have to relearn how to do this again. And I'm like, God damn it! I used to do it like that.
I used to know a guy in elementary school. Every time he would write, he'd write like this,
That's weird.
and I don't understand how. I mean, you can do it, but
That's so weird. Do you have good handwriting?
no.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But he graduated. He was an engineer. He was an electrical engineer.
Oh.
Never knew it. He graduated last May. When I was there in the audience watching it all go down,
What do you know?
I saw a message. I remember because his last name was Zweifler. It was ZW, so he was always last.
Oh,
every
yeah.
day.
That's funny.
Sorry, we're not talking modeling.
We don't need to talk modeling.
Okay. I don't know enough about modeling.
I don't know. Now, most people I learn 3D model here don't know a whole lot either. They're just enthusiastic and good people. They do it occasionally.
That's what I'm trying to be.
Yep.
Enthusiastic and good.
So the guy I'm making this is the 550 winner, and he wanted a Tiefling
Okay.
Cleric, and everything that's on that whiteboard is the info he gave me. It's like cargo pants with no pockets, which makes it not cargo pants. But I think he just described me the fit, so I'm trying to make them loose and like crinkly. That's what I think of when I think of cargo pants. And then he'll have a chainmail shirt with a waistcoat, so he's gonna look fancy but like tough at the same time. It's not gonna come across as chainmail at all. I didn't tell him that. But I'm gonna do my best. Just on a 3D print, like I'd have to make the chains like really thick, otherwise it's just not gonna show up. Plus, I don't really know how to model chainmail. I don't know if I want to know how to model chainmail.
How accurate would you want it to be? Because I'm gonna play around with array mesh. I bet you there's a way to do that.
There probably is. If you figure it out, let me know.
It's gonna take me more than a day.
I'm probably gonna finish this model today, so I still appreciate it.
I'm in like one of those Chinese finger traps. I can't.
Okay. So I have a reference for the chainmail shirt, and it comes down to like here. Is that consistent, or does it not matter? Do you know anything about chainmail?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, chainmail.
Okay,
I
that's
think
the
it's
reference
usually
I
like a
found.
whole
Like
shirt.
here.
Is it a whole? It's usually a whole shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. So I
From
plan to
the
like.
few chainmails I've seen, it's gone like all the way down to the arm.
Okay.
Man.
So I'll do it like all the way here and here. And then just put a waistcoat over it. So I'm thinking like,
Oh, he has a bulge
Yeah. It's pretty PG. Like that-ish.
Oh, I love his butt too.
This is the base mesh. I did not sculpt this. Well, I mean, some of it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you approve of his butt. You don't get to see it because his pants.
Well, then that's just sad.
It's a waste.
Yep, you have a good butt. You show it off.
That's how all my models are. They're all pretty like idealized. It's more fun for me to model.
Yeah, I noticed I have just further confirms what I already knew about myself. But I had more fun with messing around with the mesh and the different brushes than I did like it was all done and then I had to piece it all together because like you have your base mesh, but I have section by section.
Okay.
But moving each section where I wanted it at the right orientation to look nice, I was ready to throw my computer out. I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. What happened?
Yeah.
Let me
It can
just
be
play
hard. It's like, oh, it's just like navigating a 3D space, and we do that in our whole lives. But
It's not hard. It's just
tedious.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
like-
get that thing where ZBrush gets all glitchy and like it'll zoom way out for no reason. You're like, please stop hating me.
Oh, for me, I'll hit X every now and then.
Oh,
And
need no
that's-
symmetry.
And then, yeah. Maybe it's not X. What is
It
it?
wouldn't be X then, because that's symmetry.
No, X. No, okay, you're right. X is symmetry. But there's a button I hit where it.
My favorite
extends.
is I'll click V occasionally. It turns it black, and in the beginning I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, what's happening? Because V is for black, I guess. I don't know how that makes any sense.
I think that happened to me. I think I remember sending you a picture of like.
Yeah, you said it was.
broke that happened.
No, you said your model was moldy.
It
'cause you
looked
hit-
moldy.
You didn't do that. You did poly paint a little bit and did a little bit of
okay.
black, so it looked like some black spots, and it did look like mold. It was very funny.
That was forever ago.
You're so much better now.
Yeah, just give me many hours.
Right. Look, he has clothes on. He's very handsome. Yeah, he's pretty.
Ricky, yo, if I need to plug in
There's a huge power strip on the back of his.
with every plug taken.
Oh yeah, Ricky optimized.
The one on the far right?
So the USB thing. Okay. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna be making a waistcoat, so I'm gonna bring my reference over. We're going to draw and then horizontal offset. Okay, let's get a waistcoat. I think it's like a waistcoat has like overlap. I don't know how I'm gonna. I should just do two different pieces, but I just don't want to. I'm like breaking my mind. How's the smartest way to do this? Okay, I'm gonna have to do it like that.
Maybe it's one of those like war game scenarios where the best way is to just not. Just not.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one piece at a time. It feels so wrong to do this without symmetry. Like it looks weird.
I think I turned off symmetry for most of my last one.
Why?
I can't remember.
Symmetry is your best friend.
Oh, because it was asymmetrical. It had a.
Oh right, you did your little. What is it? What are those things called?
I call it a spherical construct, but
They're so cute.
there's one for like every shape.
Yep. And they're from the material plane, right? I know they're not in a lot of campaigns because it's kind of hard to work them in.
Modrons.
Yeah.
Modrons? Something like that. I got a monodrone. Duodrone?
Duodrone?
Tridrone? Quadrone? And pentadrone.
Are you gonna do all of them?
No, because I finally agree with you. Hard surfaces suck.
Right? Gotta
but
learn
I'm
the
really
Z
good
modeler
at it.
brush.
I am so good at it now. I'll probably go back into it, but I want to do one that's a little more artsy.
Yeah, I think sculpting's more fun.
The other thing I noticed that I flat out didn't do is it's like a mishmash of parts. So the left hand is different from the right hand.
Yeah.
And the right leg is different from the left. And the wings are different. I'm like, nope, they're all just going to be the same.
They're all the same.
Yep. I'm not spending another 15 hours re-biking everything. So,
You should share it in the Discord. People find that really cute.
I would, but I don't like the way the wings turned out.
What? No.
I don't like it. It was...
It looks very good.
I don't know. I probably don't do it so much anymore, but when you started, did you ever have a moment where... Well, okay, first off, merging is very scary.
Yeah. That's why I just save a duplicate.
Oh, I always do. Except for the one time I don't.
There's a way to fix it. So if you do it again, just let me know. I can show you how to do it. You can split my polygroups.
Called it good enough.
Okay.
It was like 11 o'clock at night at that point. I always start really happy and excited,
And then not so much.
no, because I go to work, I make my lectures, I come home, and then I just did this. So it's like 5 hours of me. Again, I'm doing it the painful way, so I'm doing like the same thing 5 different times, all the time doing different ways to do it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I wanted a ring for one, so I did the ring. Oh, it had to be like a flat ring. Does that make sense? Like a hollow cylinder, I guess.
Okay.
So I started with the round ring, and I just deformed it, but then you couldn't make the inside flat. Because you can make the outside and you can flatten the ends. But I couldn't figure out how to make the inside flat. So
Gotcha.
I'm like, well, do I care enough? I'm like, yeah, I do. So I deleted that, and I made it with the cylinder, and then I figured out how to cut a hole in the cylinder. Figured that out.
Woo.
So that's
Lots of learning.
lots of learning. Yeah. Alright. I should get to work.
This music is a bummer. We're gonna go with jazz hop and instrumental. Ooh, it's retro 80s. I have this huge playlist of just like non-copyright music, and it's mostly terrible, honestly.
I mean, it's just background noise.
It just, I need it. It sounds so weird to me to have nothing in the background when I'm working.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Because otherwise it's just gonna... Okay, cool.
They can super hear you here with my headphones all the way. Keep talking.
Why?
Yeah, it sounds like you're as close to the mic as I am.
Okay, cool. It'd
You
be
are
really weird if
crystal
they're just
clear.
hearing one side of this conversation.
Yeah, no, you are crystal clear. You don't even sound like you're farther away, really.
Cool. For the record, I'm like 6 feet away.
Yeah. Ooh, he's so far away.
Yeah.
I would just keep one headphone on. That way I can like hear how loud I'm talking. Because otherwise I like vary a lot.
I'm also trying to talk a little bit quieter, a little bit slower.
I do the same thing.
Just like, be respectful.
And I don't swear nearly. Again, I don't swear a lot anyway. But especially on live streams, I don't know why. I'm just like, I can't.
Well, that's BS. You swear all the time.
I know.
I don't know what kind of lie you're trying to sell your peeps, but... Oh.
They don't need to know.
No, you're actually not. Compared to some people, you're not that.
Right? I agree. Oh my gosh, this looks so dumb. Eh.
I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is.
The front looks good. Overall, I'm glad I'm doing it this way, 2 different pieces, because it should have overlap, but there are some issues in the back. There we go. And this looks ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't do that right. All right, screw it. Deleting it and redoing it. Nope. All right, let's try this again. Ah, it looks scary. All right, I did this back piece totally wrong. What you gonna work on?
I was going to do a ray mesh because I want to...
Oh, right.
So I tried to use it and it wasn't doing what I thought it was supposed to do. And I was just wasting time when I didn't really need it for the drone guy.
Okay.
Was it mono drone?
Yep.
Um,
I know a little bit about it. You gotta use the 3D gizmo with the transpose line. So you click on W for the 3D gizmo, and then click Y, and it'll bring the transpose line.
oh my god, man.
Yeah?
You have no... Because every video I watched, they would just do it. And I'm like,
What the
are you
fuck?
doing?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god.
There you go.
So if I like... It's not working. I'm just gonna play with it. Oh, okay, I did something.
This is fun. It's like a modeling party. Especially because my peeps are being like dead silent. I don't know if they're still here. It's almost 8. It's probably like midnight wherever they're at.
Just call me when you're streaming. I'll be here.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Okay. Monday when I teach till like 7 or 8 at night, so maybe not that one.
Probably not.
If I get out early, I'll come by.
That'd be fun.
Friday, always. What was the other one?
Sunday. That's like an actual classroom, so you wouldn't be invited. I know.
No, not invited.
I mean, you could be invited, but you wouldn't be allowed to talk.
That'd be boring.
Yeah.
It's fun. Alright, Fridays.
No, that'd be fun. You'd be like a guest star for my like. Usually my live stream, there's like 5 to 10 people watching, and there's like 4 people that talk the entire time, which is cool.
Well, now I'm here, so more people are going to show up. They're going to want to hear my sultry voice.
Oh, I'm sure. You should have stayed off camera until there's like they'd have like a face reveal day and be like really dramatic.
I already did a face review.
I know exactly. I'm saying you said too soon. You should have just avoided the
Sorry.
camera.
I want people to know what they're hearing. No one see what they're hearing?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's not the same, yeah.
It's not the same.
It's I really should have downloaded that UI.
You could just make it again. Make it better.
Problem is I don't even remember
You'll know when you start trying to do stuff.
when I need something. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
You could do it again and then do custom colors. Did you do custom colors?
Custom colors?
Yeah, you can look at mine's pink, hot pink and black. Everything I do is pink and black.
Why? Oh, I know.
Because it's more fun.
You actually made that comment earlier about pink.
I thought you'd be more excited about this. Then why?
I think as we've learned, I'm not the artist you are.
Colors, though. I'm hating this stupid shirt. Like, I can't get this to, like, this edge to fall where I want it to. But he's closed now.
That's cool. You also work with far less, like, poly counts than I do.
I do as little as possible for
I
as
want
long
as
as possible.
many as possible for as long as possible.
Yeah, that's
why I like my...
That's peak inefficiency.
Yeah, well, that's why I like my computer. 'Cause it'll just do it. Yeah, that's going to be fun with this little laptop.
It's gonna do literally just fine.
I don't think I've ever actually used ZBrush on this laptop.
How many gigs of RAM does it have? 8?
No.
4? If it doesn't have 4, it's not gonna run.
1 second. Well, it's running, so more than 4. System. Oh wait, this was my mom's, and I think she got like a ridiculous amount, like more than she would ever need. Yeah, 12.
Oh yeah, that's gonna run just fine. I do not like this. Let's do folk instrumental. I like folk music.
Just do like hard rock or something. Just commit.
Again, not a lot of good royalty-free music out there.
Well, it's royalty. Just make your own.
Just what?
Make your own.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that in addition to full-time modeling. I play piano and guitar. It's not really like hard rock. That's what I listen to though.
You can. Have you seen what's the 2 cellos?
Oh yeah, the girls.
No, it's 2 dudes.
Oh,
I think they're
I'm talking about like the twin girls.
Don't know them.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, I don't know them. 2 cellos. They play like hard rock stuff on their cellos.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
if they do a thing anymore. Do a thing. I don't know if they are a thing anymore.
Probably. Musicians usually don't stop. Look at his waistcoat. It's done. Well, it's blocked out. I think it looks very fancy. Isn't he fine?
It looks like a butler.
Yeah,
So
kinda
yeah,
does.
fancy.
He's a cleric. He's gonna have a trident and a round shield. I didn't say the character makes sense, but I think it sounds fun.
With H. What kind of cleric do you know?
Death Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen.
That is a mishmash of death cleric with the trident looking like a butler. I like it.
I think he looks very fancy.
I mean, it's
I
creative.
mean, I feel like he looks more like a butler because I gave him that slicked back hair.
I just saw to me, a butler always has like a white shirt with a black vest.
It's not gonna be a shirt though. Remember, it's gonna be chainmail. if I can get that across.
Well, right now it looks like
Yeah,
the
definitely.
council can't really see it from my angle. And I don't wish to move because then I make noise.
You can make noise.
Yeah, well, you know, we had this conversation earlier. I'm not good with.
I
I
know.
don't even know how to
A
describe
lot.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I shouldn't have merged these when I did.
See? It sucks.
And the polygroup trick doesn't work for the specific one because they're made from the... Let's see if they just happen to be the same color, but they identify as different polygroups. No, sad day. Okay, I made a mistake. Walker, I made a mistake.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
I know. Okay, here. There's a dumb way for me to do this. If I duplicate this, I go back to this one.
Where's Skill Master? I've become so reliant on Skill Master. It's the first thing I do.
I'm gonna look at what you're doing in a second because
I need to know reference. I need to know if this is an int. It doesn't even matter if it's an int. It could be one anything. And I'm like, okay, well this would probably be like 3/4 of that. Then I just set it to. I'll get there.
okay, this didn't work. That's okay.
Alright, let's play around.
There we go. Just remade it, but it's different pieces because I totally forgot I was gonna add trim to it. There we go. Much better. Gonna organize these into some folders too. What's wrong?
My brushes are at the bottom. One B. Move in. B. Okay. I don't like this.
You do not handle change well.
It's a small screen. I went from a 2K monitor to a, was it 768 something pixel? It's.
But now I get to hang out. It's a modeling party.
Yes, it is, and you'll all still be here.
It's just a minor sacrifice. No, I get you. Now, like if I work on anything other than this giant screen, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
I'm totally spoiled.
I also had my tablet here set for both monitors, and I don't like moving my hand or my mouse or anything. I think have you ever used my mouse? It's like sensitivity maxed out.
Oh yeah. You know, now that I've played any PC game, I do Planet Zoo PC. I have my sensitivity maxed out too. I understand now.
Well, it's just now I have one monitor, so it's the whole. So I'm like, oh, I gotta move all the way across. I gotta lift my hand up.
Ah, the drama.
I don't know. Do you hear this, guys? Pity me, right? You don't say anything bad about me, right?
No one's saying anything. It's real quiet tonight. It's either extreme. No, honestly, as of right now, everything we're saying, we're talking to people in the future who are going to watch these archives. I guarantee it.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
So it's future people, really, that we're talking
Hi,
to.
future people.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but I like it. So let's do this. Right.
I feel like you're going to leave to get your PhD and you're going to come back with a ZBrush master. And I'm like, oh, I know the same amount that I did before.
If you think we're not going to be if I'm not going to be constantly bugging you,
Yeah, that's true.
then you're done. I don't know.
Want to fight?
I'm surprised we actually haven't fought. How competitive we are.
I know.
Can you mirror? Oh, that's not.
You know that.
Well, I also mirrored X. I'm like, it's a symmetrical object. It's not going to change. I clicked it. I'm like, why is it the same?
You're better than that. Come on.
Okay, for me, it's like actually late at night.
Oh, right. Yes, it's like midday.
Okay, I've done stuff today.
I've done stuff. I made shrimp pasta. It was super good. Shrimp Alfredo.
Ugh.
I know, you hate food.
I don't hate food.
Yes, you do.
I don't hate food.
You like potatoes and cheese.
Oh, God. I had some baked potatoes this week. Oh man, I forgot how good those were.
We have potatoes. They're right there in the dynamite box.
Oh, I'm full.
That's right. You already had your dinner
Yeah.
of potatoes.
A potato, yeah. It's okay. I should have a sandwich.
Dork. How's Ricky doing? Do you have headphones in? Yeah, you do have headphones in. How are you, Ricky? Are you working?
Yes and no.
What does that mean?
Wait, what?
I'm doing stuff that uses the programs I use for work,
But not working.
but not working.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah,
I'm working.
I can see that.
I'm gonna go look at what you're doing. Because my guy has clothes now, so he can sit here and look pretty while I leave. I don't know what's happening on your screen.
Yeah, no, I'm. One of these days we need to do one where like they can watch you do something,
yours.
and then we'll jump to mine every
Yeah.
now and then. We'll see how much just.
I've been having fun going nuts trying to figure out like how to get
That was
this
sick.
the way I
It's
want.
hard to read.
Yeah, exactly. So this one is moved over here, and then this is the same one but with a line that follows under it.
Ooh.
So it looks simple. Like when I look at it, I'm like, oh man, I didn't do anything. But every single one of these letters has been edited. Like, yeah, you can see right here. I've just been copying and pasting that way I can save my steps.
Yep.
It's like this one, each one is individually there. And then
That's so cool.
you can kind of see each one has many different points on it.
You're so cool.
So yeah, this is pretty much all done by hand.
This is Illustrator?
Yes.
Very cool.
So I'm getting much better with Illustrator.
Heck yeah. So you're working with Scale Master? Wow, your UI looks like trash. It's a normal UI, isn't it?
Yeah, it's,
I hate the standard UI so much.
the only thing I did was I moved.
So what is Scale Master? What does it even do?
It allows me to scale. So like, all right, here. So this would be great if you pulled it up on yours, so they could understand. But so you set scene scale. So I always import just a sphere because it's 2 by 2 by 2.
Mhm.
And when I hit set scene scale, the option for 2 by 2 by 2 is right
Oh
here.
my god, there's so many numbers.
Ignore them. All you
Why?
just click this one.
Okay,
I don't know why, but this is the one that makes it all easy.
okay.
I've been trying to figure out, and it's always, anyways, it doesn't matter.
So inches.
Yeah, so I already set it to so now if I do this, it gives me the dimensions of my subtool. What's,
Oh, so you can make a new
Oh, I mean-
subtool and...
yeah, so let me, array mesh, oh god, it's all different, turn it off. So, if I go to subtool, that's here, those are my dimensions, in inches. So X, Y, Z, if I wish to change it, so first I'm gonna, well, maybe I'll add one first, then I'll show you. So it's a pinned cylinder. So if I go to cylinder, sliders to subtool, this is the size.
Okay,
Right?
wow.
And then all, so this is ratio, so it keeps them all the same. So if I increase this, these are going to increase with it. So if I say I want this to be 1, I can enter it. Well, it's a 1 by 1 by 1 cylinder. And then I can hit resize subtool. And since all is
It'll
on,
disappear.
it's going to do both.
That makes it really big in that case.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And it did both. If I turned off all, it would have only done the one I had selected.
You really found out a way to make ZBrush into like SolidWorks.
Yes. Because that's what I used it for at first. Alright, I made those
For
grids.
context, Walker and I both went to school at Fresno State for mechanical engineering, but he went a lot farther than I did. He's gonna get his PhD. I stopped my bachelor's.
Yep, I got my master's.
Woo.
Mia was my student
I was.
twice.
I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know you nearly as well at that time.
Nope. Did anyone? You hardly came to anything or did anything?
I was not a social butterfly.
No.
No, I've told them 100 times in live streams before that I'm not.
No,
I mean, I'm extroverted. I'm just,
you're an extroverted introvert.
yeah, I'm friendly.
That's how I did.
Just don't like a lot of people. I'm so biased though. I love my people. They're nice. Like the Discord's my favorite things. They're all like supportive
yeah.
and learning
Your
stuff.
Discord is.
They're pretty
I
fab.
don't say anything in the Discord, but every time I see it,
I'm pretty surprised.
oh, that's actually pretty surprised about what? Oh, your Discord?
Yeah, that they're
Like,
nice to
surprised
each
that I'm
other.
not saying anything?
That too.
That's
No.
normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
You know?
But no, like I'm just didn't expect it to go as well. I made the Discord on a whim, thinking like, okay, people join, they join, but they don't. Oh well. I thought I'd get maybe like 10 people by the end of the year, and I think it's like 170 now. for one of the channels, and the other channel has like 50. Which I'm like, heck yeah.
See, one of these days you need to make like what do they call it? Because we have like one for FDM, one for resin.
Oh, the channels? Yeah.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
I don't use Discord, so sure. One of those. We need to make one that's like for DMs or for players.
That'd be cool.
Because like there was the one that I told you I did react or whatever they call it once with the
You reacted
emoji.
to something with an emoji.
Yeah, and it was the guy. He said he'd been playing, but it was his first time DMing a couple weeks or something.
Jester or something.
He's something like I mean, it's in there. I can go look it up, but
yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm a DM. I need to be supportive. I need to react to this. I need players to be supported and think they can DM, so the DMs can get a chance to play one day.
That's really funny.
Are your people D&D people?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All of them.
If anyone listening right now are players and they want to DM, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun.
I'm so excited.
It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun.
I might do it at some point.
You need to do it before I leave.
Okay.
I need to be a part of it. I don't care if it's one campaign or one day, half a day, an hour. I want to see what DM
someone said something.
What?
That Band 91. I just did your $10 Patreon. Your work is amazing. Can't wait to learn from these tutorials.
Aww.
Thank you. But yeah, this is more of a casual live stream.
Clearly.
Obviously. But yeah, Walker is here. This is his first appearance. But yeah, if you have any questions what I'm doing, let me know. I have like proper classrooms on Sundays. These are just for fun live streams that I do. But yeah, someone said something. Usually there's like 4 or 5 of them, but like again, it's
cool.
almost 8:30 now, so yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Like our time?
Yes, our time.
Oh, man.
And a lot of them are, I mentioned, like international, so they're ahead of us. Why are you doing this, ZBrush?
Oh no.
No. What's wrong?
The first thing I customized was taking Dynamesh out of my geometry and making its own thing. Because I use it so much.
I'm trying to make like button tabs, but they're just looking so cartoony and dorky. I don't know. Let's see what my reference looks like. The waistcoat. Okay.
Which do you use for reference? Do you use the texture thing? Or
Yeah, I just need texture.
Okay.
You can use Spotlight, which is how you make alphas and stuff and edit them. And then it just, like for instance, since I use this, if I like turn the model around, it like shows through the back and it looks all stupid. If I did Spotlight, that wouldn't happen. But I just don't care. I don't use it that much. So
That's not how mine works though.
for texture?
Yeah.
Where is yours then?
Right there.
Oh, here?
Yep.
Oh, that's because you can move it around. If you were to draw, you can change the scale, horizontal offset, vertical offset.
Maybe I should come to these more often.
Yeah. You should watch the lessons. You're a patron too.
I am?
So, yeah.
But I don't. Maybe it's because I'm a professor. Maybe I'm like, no, I have to be the one that
I'm going to learn and suffer inefficiently.
No, it's honestly, I don't know. I feel like I'm being lazy. I need to struggle through it.
That's
the
so
other part
funny.
of me is
We are very different people.
It took me 15 hours to effectively make a flat sphere. A sphere with 2 flat sides. 15 hours. That's effectively what that is.
No, it's not. It would look so much better. It was way more than that.
Show your peeps. It is.
This?
Yeah. It is a.
It has a bunch of supports on it and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame.
It looks so much better than this. It's the little clockwork
it's
dudes.
a piece of shame.
No, it's awesome. This
It's
isn't.
on my
You're better
shame
than. You're better
Okay,
than that.
fine. I'll get better. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not kicking myself.
Like it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting better. Like I'm taking the time. I'm trying to figure out this array mesh.
You say it like it's defeating you.
It is. Like there's so many buttons, and I've learned repeat. I can make multiple copies.
All right.
That's about it. I broke some.
This is so weird making this waistcoat. I don't know what I'm doing. Just doing scribbles really quick, see if I can block this out and it look good. And then I'm gonna stick a button on it. That button doesn't look super good either. Let me do,
Ooh, I did just learn something. Yeah.
What'd you learn?
So array mesh, if you use Scale Master and you use it right, I convert it to inches. So if I say offset amount 2 inches, it offsets 2 inches.
That's pretty fancy.
See, that's what I needed. I need to know exactly where my stuff is. Oh, okay. It's a fancy duplicate button. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. That's...
This waistcoat looks so much better once there's like wrinkles on it and stuff, but I don't like to do that until I've posed them.
I know how to do chainmail.
Yeah?
I mean, that's pretty darn close. You just use a different piece.
Oh yeah.
And then just duplicate it out as well.
But how can you get the like, wrap around the body though?
Move.
Yeah?
Yeah, right?
Right?
It would take you forever, so I probably wouldn't recommend it. But that's definitely one way. That's really cool. Yeah. Cool. I know what I'm making today. I also use cuts a lot. And cuts, what do they call it? Do you use it at all? Hold on, let me see if I have a name.
Like trim rectangle brushes?
No, group as Dynamesh sub.
No.
No, it's not the best. Watched a video on it and they were talking about it like it was like
The bee's
amazing
knees.
thing. Yep, and it's good. It's good in most cases.
What exactly does it do?
So if you have two things that are Dynameshed, you can set one to sub, and then you click set as Dynameshed. It's like you have to tell it sub twice,
Mm-hmm.
and then you merge down, and then you do the control click drag, and it removes the overlap.
Oh yeah. That all you have to do is click this little sphere that's subtract. So it's only one button click. So I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I don't know. The video I watched did a whole bunch better.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of videos online and like they're real helpful, but at the same time they really overcomplicate things. I don't know why.
Alright, well let me try this sub thing then. If I know that was... Does it have to be Dynamesh still?
No, you can do Boolean meshes as well. Boolean operational subtract as well, and it doesn't need to be Dynamesh.
I think I watched a video on that a long time ago and I gave up.
I can show you how to do it.
Maybe at some point. Let me try this Dynamesh. Ooh.
Oh man, I didn't pay attention to this. Ugh. Hey Ricky,
Yes.
how much do you love me?
Don't answer. It's a trick question.
Coffee?
Decent amount. Coffee.
Coffee amount?
Yeah, coffee amount.
Yes. Thank you. Meanwhile, don't answer. It's a trick question.
I've been here before.
It's a trick question.
Cool.
Yeah, you figure out how to make chainmail. I'm real. If you go to a pen, like a subtool, they have the torus, the ring. So isn't that what chainmail is? A bunch of
No, they don't. Are you serious?
yes. They have a ring that's already done.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be good for this. But I remember I wanted the flat one. Oh, but it's...
You can make it a flat one by just doing trim rectangle. Trim rectangle. Or you can mask it and split and then Dynamesh.
You're saying words.
Okay.
I know they mean something.
Okay. Come here.
Don't teach me, teach them.
That's fine. I'm teaching them. So they're not asking a question. I have one comment. I think I scared him away. Anyway, so you want this but with flat edges? Like this is flat?
So flat top, flat bottom.
'Cause right now it's kinda
flat
rounded.
outside, flat inside.
Flat inside.
A cylindrical ring. So the inside's the hard part. Because I can deform it and flatten the sides and the...
You want it like this?
No.
Like
No, that's
I'm
horrible.
so confused what you
Um,
want on the inside.
Okay, go back to what you're doing. I'll make it here.
Because what you're saying right now is like just this, like you can trim just by clicking.
Nope,
like,
that's not.
bam.
Nope, it's
Bam.
not. That's I know that.
Whatever you're describing.
I learned that a couple days ago.
Oh, good.
Do you have the deformation tab?
Yeah.
Cool. What did you do? Okay, you're doing. Okay, we'll get there.
This
later.
is the deformation tab.
Cool. That's sure. It's not what I do. Do flatten. Where's
Or
flatten?
you mean this one?
The one I use that one.
Okay,
It's
that's
probably
what you
the
meant.
same
Yeah,
thing,
you're
just
saying.
yours was fast. Just flatten the top and bottom. So flatten Y.
Okay, you can do that too.
10%, 10% or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that flattens the top and bottom. And then I radial flatten the side. Now radial flatten the inside.
I'm just confused. Why? Like, if like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So radial flatten, which is R flatten, I guess. Yeah. Now, how do you do the inside?
that's just I can't.
Yeah. Why do you want to flatten the inside? I'm not sure the shape you're describing to me.
Okay, a ring
Yeah.
instead of round.
It's a square pig.
No. Just let me make it.
What you're
Okay.
describing is a square pig. Flattening
No,
those.
I'm not. I mean, it might be, but
It might be.
for everyone who's listening, I teach for a living. I promise.
He's real smart. He's big
normally
smart.
Better than the words I'm using right now.
Big smart.
Yes.
Speaking of, look, I use this mug every day.
I got one. Cool. That's awesome. I got one for myself, and I've only used it for milk and Oreos.
That's a great use.
I think it's sad. I have a problem.
Because you like milk and Oreos?
I have a sugar problem.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
you
like sugar.
you do have a sugar problem.
Why is mine? Doesn't matter. All right, whatever.
The guy asked for boots, but like I have like these really fancy dress shoes. I really want to use them.
Use them.
I know, right?
I got a story about boots to tell you after. Definitely not something I want on the internet.
Not PG.
No, not PG.
Screamy bird. What am I looking for? Zebras files, assets, items. Oh, I don't have it in that because I didn't make it. But yeah, look at my screen. I have like these like fancy dress shoes, which are like perfect for this character.
Oh yeah.
But like he wants boots, so I'm just gonna make him like thick dress shoes.
One of these days you need to show me how to save a subtool.
I can show you in like 2 seconds if you just look. You want one of these?
I want to say if I make a sword as a subtool, and I may want to use it for another model.
I would do tool export as an OBJ and import it later. But if you want to do it as a subtool, you can just go here and click export. That's it.
Okay. So you recommend OBJ?
I recommend that.
Okay.
Tools weird me out.
Nope, I'll listen to you on that one. Everything else though, not happening.
Okay. Oh, do you want to talk about the fact that your resin didn't cure after sitting there
My
for 2
resin
months, like I
didn't.
said?
Yeah.
I told
Not
you.
only did it not cure in like over 2 months, but I didn't clean it, so the base plate had resin on it.
Yep.
I left the failed print in it so it could like wallow in its shame. That didn't. Well, I mean, the part that was cured. The stuff on it didn't. And then I
Yeah.
literally just cleaned it as I normally
Like,
would.
it's so funny because you're so smart, but you're being so irrational about that. It's like, it's a polymerization reaction. So if there's no reaction
Because-
to happen, it would never.
No, because it's.
One time it got a little tackier.
I
You thought
brought it
cured?
with me.
The one that cured?
Yeah. So you can see
The lattice
it
cube?
cured. And I didn't, because this was before I had the UV. So if you see, there was like a bubble layer thick of film that I left on it, because I left it in there for like maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That cured. So it can cure provided it is thin enough and you give it enough time
And
for
light.
oxygen to get to it. And no, it's oxygen.
No.
Almost everything will oxidize.
That's true.
But I mean, like, it was literally, what, maybe a couple atomic layers thick or something? It's just a bubble film. So you can do it without UV. But
The professor has spoken.
Professor spoke. The materials researcher has spoken.
Ooh.
Yeah, so let me pull up that card. Also, do you want to come see what I'm talking about here? Let me turn on perspective. Where's perspective?
Oh, the shape you made?
Yes,
It doesn't
here.
make any sense.
There. Flat on top, flat on
Turn on
bottom.
polygroups.
Flat on top. It's flat on the other side. Flat on the outside. Flat on the inside.
Oh, I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a way easier way to make that. Let me see the top. Okay.
I didn't shorten it. It's a tube instead of a ring, but so it's flat on the outside. No. No. There we go. There you go. So you see it's flat on the outside. It's flat, flat.
Why did you want that shape?
I don't have my model with me, but I'll show you the picture. It wasn't exactly that shape. But, you know, it has the ring. So it has a ring in the middle, it has a ring on the outside. So I wanted a cylinder and I wanted to cut the hole.
Yeah, but not a cylinder subtracted from it.
Well, that's what I did eventually.
Yeah, that'd be a lot
I
faster.
wanted an easier way to do it.
It is an easy way.
What's your easy way?
Subtract a cylinder from itself?
That's what
Like if I had like a cylinder and
Yeah.
I put another cylinder inside of it and
that's
subtracted the two?
That's literally what I just did.
Yeah. How did you do it?
Before?
Just now.
Just now. So what you described.
Yeah.
Word for word. What I did just now.
With Dynamesh?
Yes.
Okay. You can do that or you can do booleans. You want to see?
What is a boolean?
Get
I know what it is in like
Real
Boolean
life.
logic. It's true or false, but
Yeah.
what is a boolean?
Honestly, I don't know why they call it booleans. It makes no sense to me, but all right, so here's one, and then we'll do another one. It could be whatever shape you want, but we'll do this for right now. We'll do it like that. And then if I go to start, actually I'll turn that, not yet. So go to render, just get your shapes that you want, then go to render booleans, live boolean, and then do start. There we go. So I can like subtract it, like I'm doing it in a weird way. 1 second. But you get what I'm trying to say here, where it's like you can subtract or add. In this case, it's adding. But if I want to subtract, this is the intersection between the two. See how like gaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the intersection. It's not subtracting the way it's supposed to right now, though. It's because I have it flipped wrong. I need to have this one on top. But yeah.
It's almost like this, where I feel like the people who made ZBrush just made it too powerful.
Right?
There's just too much.
It's being a little weird, though. It's not doing exactly what it's supposed to do right now.
Let's go. I get the idea.
Yeah, you get the
But
point. I don't know why it's not
no,
working the way it's supposed to.
I've learned to do it this way.
And that's the way it's happening.
I've gotten fast at doing it this way. This is how it's gonna go.
That's fine.
I have like, are they called macros? They might be called macros.
Oh, yeah, to make buttons.
Oh yeah, I love making buttons.
That's exactly the lesson I'm doing on Sundays. Macros and UI customization.
Okay, cool.
Would you like some coffee, Walker?
I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right.
I did say that kind of harsh. I'm sorry, Ricky.
No, give me attitude.
I know
Might
I
be
did.
doing something wrong with Dropbox links. You need 404 error.
It's really
I
late,
guarantee
but
that you're going to the
coffee
wrong
would
place.
fix that,
Go
but
to
I'm not
January
gonna do it.
rewards, which is the pinned post on top of Patreon, and that will bring you to the right place. Yeah, so you can't go to like December rewards, stuff like that. Speaking of people, I don't know, this happens all the time. People can't find their rewards. I don't know what's happening. You can like double check. If you go to Patreon, go to post, it'd be the number, the top post there. $10 patrons, you mentioned you're part of that tier. And then yeah, here's everything here. So If I click on all of these, they're all gonna work. Yep, works. Yep, so all the links are active. So I'm not sure where you're going, but go January rewards. Thank you for coffee.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you were much nicer about it.
Because you don't drink coffee.
I don't. I wouldn't say that's the reason it wasn't nice. It's just being me, and I don't like it. We were having that conversation earlier. Oh.
Try to make this look more boot-like. Like, what does a boot look like?
Just look at your feet. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm not wearing shoes right now.
I can bring my boot. Mine's a fancy boot.
You got fancy boots.
I do got fancy boots. Okay. Alright, wish me luck.
You said it opened the December 1st post automatically. I don't know what you mean by that. Like the December 1st post is pinned to the top because I was just on Patreon. It's not. It's a January one. So you turn around and tell if you're talking to. Yeah, I'm not talking to.
Oh,
right now.
this one context.
Yeah.
Assumed it was, but there are definitely some times where
Hard to tell.
yes.
Not crazy about this music.
Just make your own.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Or just tell Ricky to get out here. Bring his guitar.
Right.
Sit down. My boss at work. Every time I go into her office, she's playing like classic music or classical music.
Yeah.
It's really just instrumental.
Yeah.
It'll go from like Mozart to a instrumental cover of like a top 40 song.
Oh really?
And I'm like, this is just, it's weird. Just play a Mozart playlist.
No. Okay, cool. You have it now. That's good. Yeah, it seems like people are new to Patreon. Like, that's always an issue. But once you guys are able to find your rewards, it all works out well. But I get a lot of questions on that. And it does get on my nerves eventually, but I totally get that it's just new for you guys. So it might... I'm really confused about we mentioned it opened the December 1st post automatically. Because it's pinned to the top, the January one. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I think it's a combination of me having to fight Patreon because you guys don't see what I see. I kind of wish Patreon showed us both the same thing. That way I knew what you're talking about. Oh well. I'm glad you have your rewards now. This boot is looking really bad. I'm gonna just stop working on it for right now.
Whoa.
What's up?
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you see it?
Yeah, that's super cool. How'd you do that? With the Area Master or
Array
Mesh?
Ooh. I think I missed a number key.
I'm gonna look at a boot finally because I'm like, what am I looking at?
That's.
Yeah, they bend up.
Maybe we can check it out. Can you see from there?
Yeah, I should have kept that panel there. I don't want to get rid of that.
What is it?
Did you turn the heater on?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I'm so hot now.
I can turn it off.
Oh, you're good.
I think it was supposed to be chain now, but I'm not good.
You're learning.
Like, that's actually not too bad.
That's pretty cool.
That jacket's like
Boom.
sticky.
It's actually not bad.
Bam.
That is cool. Is the door open for birds? Room?
Yes.
Yeah, I can close that. I can hear it really loud in
Yep.
this.
That's where I've been in and out.
Gotcha. All right.
Nope. That would be cool.
That'd be so cool.
No, you weren't. I'm having my own little thing. Every time I'm so used to going the trackpad on this, I take my pen to the trackpad, and it doesn't work. Like, that'd be really cool if it did. because that's the area I'm used to working with.
That'd be cool though.
Chainmail would be cool, but you would almost have to, because chainmail doesn't twist.
No, it's just like a bunch of little
Alternates.
beads that like, not beads, but like rings that lay
It shouldn't be
flat.
alternate, right? Just, yeah, the interlock. There's a way to do it. There's gotta be.
Oh, totally.
I think I also could. I could spend a year learning just this one thing.
At some point, I'm gonna make shoes that don't suck, and I can just reference them whenever. But like today is not that day. I hate shoes. This looks better. Why would?
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Probably should stop talking to myself.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, but you know.
They expect to hear me.
I was saying, are these your Patreons?
Yeah.
Yeah, because so they paid to listen to you, not me talk nonsense over here.
It's a pretty casual live stream, so it's okay. I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon too. I've been almost like an hour and a half. He said cargo pants without pockets. I am so confused by that, honestly. Like, so normal pants?
I think just like, I don't know, you're just a little bit baggy.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm planning on doing.
I have no idea how this works.
He said, wow, that Banshee Kickstarter is amazing. Thank you. I had a lot of fun with that Kickstarter. Also learned a lot about doing scatter terrain.
This is too much. I'm playing with the WY thing now, and I
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing. I've turned my rings into half rings.
That's cool. That's something.
Okay, what does that do? What is that button?
What is what button?
Well, sometimes I hit the button, the whole thing. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I have no idea what this is or what it does. I am literally.
Oh, hey, it's Endless Mike. That's who won it. It just means kind of puffy. Sweet. This is the guy who I'm making the model for.
Oh, cool.
Well, this is what it looks like so far.
So it means puffy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we thought.
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought.
Kind of what you thought.
I just like, I hear cargo pants, I get excited. Pants, I get excited. I'm like, ooh, pockets. Lots of pockets. Okay, I'm not going to do too much more on this until I pose him. You're good. But since you are here, what do you want the tail to look like? I was kind of thinking just like a normal, like, this way tail. But if you had any preference on that, you can let me know. I'm still avoiding the chainmail shirt because I'm just like, how am I going to texture that correctly? I'm going to start on the weapons.
The music.
Oh yeah, me too. Have you made any progress with the?
What?
You made any progress with the Ramesh?
I'm just playing with everything here because.
Oh sweet, absolutely. I was kind of envisioning him as a devil of sorts. All right, well I'm glad I'm making him look fancy almost then. And I always think of like classy devil. I don't know why. In that case, I will do. Do you want like a little spade on the end of the tail?
There's. Finish with your. May I speak?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a. Pretty sure it's a devil that is known for being like super attractive, and all he does is like procreate with humans. That's like all he does.
Like an incubus?
Like an incubus. But I don't know, are incubus devils?
They're fiends, but devils are like a sub.
It says,
thing of
man, delayed, sorry. Oh yeah, it's like a 20-second delay. Don't worry about it.
It's under succubus, which is X, that's why. Or maybe not.
Absolutely. So with the spade, awesome. I can do that.
Oh. They're fiend shape changer.
So not devils.
No.
What's the difference between a fiend and a devil?
Devil is a specific type of fiend.
Cool.
Because devils, I think they're the 9 hells.
Okay.
Demons. No, demons is. Okay, hold on. This is gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, they're the hells, I believe. The 9 hells, yeah. They're like devils and demons are like arch rivals or something.
Okay.
Devils are lawful evil, and they control the 9 hells. Demons are like chaotic evil spawns of the abyss.
Okay.
It's not this one. I think it's Volos. Volos and Mordecaians. Goes like more into the backstory of like their war. It's like some famous war.
Gotcha.
Don't know if you care. There's the whole everything. And I don't think the sexy devil's in this book.
Oh boy. Now I get to make the trident head, which if I would just learn Z Modeler Brush wouldn't be that bad. But I haven't still. I've learned a little bit of it. I'm telling you gotta like get into it because the Modeler Brush is gonna save you a lot of time.
It's in my
To-do
things
list.
to learn. Along with a Ramesh. I'm doing one
Which
of
you're
those.
doing.
Yeah, I can get in there.
I see make one barb of the trident look good. You know what? I'm just gonna do it later. I'm just gonna start blocking out this spear instead. Not spear, shield. Which I remember in your email you said like a buckler. Yeah, which is like the round one with another round one. Kind of like what that guy's holding, but way smaller.
I need my custom UI. I have no idea. There we go. Hold on.
No, I get you. I accidentally deleted my custom UI once, and I was so sad. I just redid it on the spot because I couldn't help it.
I just need to.
Yeah, that part is shield is so big. I don't want it quite like that. I just figured like some little pattern would be cool. You know what, I can just do. Oop, that didn't work. Oh yeah, that works too. But I can't see the chat. I think the banding looks better than like the stripes actually. So I'm not gonna do that. Actually, wavy it kind of looks weird, but I kind of like it at the same time.
You know what sticky mode does?
But what this?
Sticky mode.
I do
You know
not.
what? I'm just gonna hit it. Let's see.
We're gonna find out.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened. That was such a disappointment. Alright, so now.
I like a very certain way I want to make this shield, and it's not doing what I want it to. I think it's because I'm getting tired. Probably been doing this for too long, so I have this really simple shape, and like I can't get it where I want it to. That's okay. Yeah, let's keep this lower poly. Yeah, look how square and weird that's turning out. I did like the idea of having a band right here. That was cool. I need more points. That's gonna make that smoother and less weirdly square. Okay. There we go. That's cool. See, I want that just on the edge. There we go. It's like working now. Yeah. This should probably be smaller. Keep that for now, and then I'll be on his arm later, and then with the trident behind him, all dramatic and cool like. Thank you. And then, yeah, the trident head for this. Oh my gosh, I'm not really trying to think of the best way to do that. It's a really interesting shape. What'd you do? Hey, that's totally it.
I have chainmail.
How'd you do that?
So I started with one circle.
Okay.
I already meshed it over with a little bit of a rotation
Okay.
and an offset.
Let's just make it here.
Okay. So we'll start with, you probably want to start with a round, like not my weird.
So you start with the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I made mine the weird flat. The argument we're having.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting with this, I'm gonna make it smaller.
Yes.
And then probably make it for each individual chainmail, probably like that thick. That seems fine. Okay.
Okay, then go to array mesh.
Where even is that? Is it down here?
It's like under geometry.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually never used
Well,
it
no,
before.
it's like literally under.
Oh, literally,
geometry.
not within.
Not within.
Okay. Array mesh.
You're gonna do. I just did off. No, what was that one?
The offset?
Repeat. Okay, so repeat needs to be at 2, and then yeah, we're gonna offset and offset at X to where you like it. Just drag the X bar. So
Okay.
repeat's telling like how many you want to make.
Which
so we want
a lot.
2.
Just 2 start?
I'd just do 2 to start. That's
Okay.
outside. You could.
And then
probably
this is
find
the
a better-
amount?
Yep, and then just watch it. It'll slowly. So then
Aha.
you position it kind of what you feel like a ring would
Would
need to
make
connect,
sense.
And then you need to rotate a bit because.
Yeah, otherwise it won't make any sense.
So then you just hit rotate when you're ready.
And do the same thing.
And then until you feel like it's.
This is so cool.
And then hit make mesh at the bottom when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
And then do
And
I bring up
then-
this thing?
Yeah, and then I didn't deal with that. I did with the normal one.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just kept centering it to.
Did you like duplicate like this?
No, I already meshed.
Did that as well?
Already meshed again. And you
Okay.
can do like 20 or whatever. I think I only did 5.
That's so freaking cool. All right.
So you got it again, right? So you can increase how many you want to go across.
Further repeat.
Yeah. So it depends on how.
We'll just say 5 for
and
right
then
now.
In this case, you don't have to rotate it 'cause it's already
Yeah.
rotated.
And
You
then just amount.
until it gets to a point where you like it. You can manually
That's
enter
cool.
the number if you want it. And then I made that one, and then I did the same thing but Z.
Makes sense. That's super cool. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this. Well, I can like pull
Yeah.
it towards the
You
screen.
can rotate them too. And it's really
Okay.
cool. Click on the profile underneath.
Mhm.
Just click that, and then click on that line and drag it. So
Ah.
if you don't want it to be linear, you can
Have it on a
have
curve.
thicker on one side or the other.
Okay.
So I learned something today.
Yeah, they commented saying only slightly easier than making real chainmail. Seriously.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then once you have that, form it to the shape.
To the body. I think that I know how to do. Because then it's more about sculpting, the modeling, and I'm good at that.
Cool. I have no. That would sound like a pain.
All right. Okay. I'm like, we're doing this. I'm going to figure this out.
You're actually gonna do it?
Yeah.
Really?
This is easier than doing a fake chainmail texture.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really
It's
worried about posing him. Because, you know,
Ooh.
I'm just gonna do the front. So I only need to do this little pocket right here and at the bottom. I don't really have to do the whole shirt, but I probably will.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
I just noticed something.
What'd you notice?
So we rotate it, right?
Yeah.
And when we go in the X direction, that's fine. But then when we go Z, you have to offset it. Because
Yeah.
or mirror it. 'Cause
I'm probably gonna like manually piece it together, honestly. So I'm gonna be like
I think you
efficient,
can-
not efficient.
I think you can array mesh it, and then when you, what's the word? Like move it up, you can just mirror it.
That's true.
I don't know.
Let's start fitting it to
You'll
this.
figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out. Thank you though.
No problem.
I'm gonna do a bend arc, and I'm curious how it's gonna affect it. Oh man, that's so tricky.
The other thing you can do is, before you hit make mesh,
hmm
if you edit one of them, it edits all of them.
That's very cool.
So if you want to make like an artistic something, you're like, oh, I don't want to change it.
Yeah, you just mentioned right now, like, this look cool as, like, triangles or squares, too, which is true. I think triangles look really cool. I want to do it for this,
That
but...
would be something to figure out.
Yes.
Cool.
It'd be cool, though.
Okay,
I dig
so
it.
what's the
Now
other
I'm gonna
thing
mess with
in my ZBrush? What was the thing you told me to learn?
The Z modeler brush,
The modeler brush.
which is... It's a lot. So click on B for the brush palette.
Is that what that is? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, there's another button I was confused with.
And I think it's Z. Yeah, click Z. And then you'll see it. And then M.
Z-modeler.
Z modeler.
Let's see what this does.
It's cool.
Oh my god. It's SolidWorks.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
This,
hold spacebar over some of those points.
no, I'm good right now.
No. Yeah. And then those are all different things you can do. So if you're at a point, you get different options. If you have a face, you have different options. It's the least fun part of ZBrush, so I'm sure you'll love it.
I love it already.
Worst. Bandon says scale metal look cool as well. Totally. Yeah, this is dope. I'm very happy with this.
So we can let the record stand that I helped with something.
You help with something and it's been recorded live.
That's my one thing.
It's here forever.
And they snap to, oh my, I am in heaven.
It's the worst.
It's the best.
I am artsy. I am not good with modeling techniques. Really good with sculpting though. It's
You
okay.
can do both.
You can do both, and I should. That looks cool.
Literally just clicking and dragging just to watch the magic. Like, look at this.
Oh my goodness. So in case you guys want to know what he's talking about and gushing over, if you go to B, M, and then, B, Z, and then M, it brings the Z modeler brush, and then depending on what you're holding over, so I'll click on Shift F, bring up this. So for instance, this is a point, or this is a loop, so I get these options. That's for an edge, actually. I need to zoom in more so you can see I'm clicking on them. This is for a poly, so I can Q mesh a single poly, and it will duplicate it across the array mesh. If I click on Alt, I can select certain ones, so only those ones will be affected. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. Same with spacebar here, you can do it between different polygroups, islands, however you want to specify.
But now drag one of those to another and it should snap to it. So maybe one on the inside.
Yeah,
one on the inside.
not just that, but like if you do an action, you tap somewhere else, it will duplicate that exact same action.
I am so happy.
I've been telling you for like weeks to try this.
Okay, this isn't my full-time job.
They're laughing at you, or I assume so.
I can't
Just
blame them. I'm
lol
a
in
very
general.
funny
I'm gonna
person.
say it's at you. This is like some big chainmail, but like it has to be in order to show up on a print.
I learned that yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry. You good?
Oh.
Did you see the chainmail already? Like, it's actually pretty cool. Mine's all destroyed. Look at hers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I obviously didn't go through the time of doing that. I made one ring and then we made one loop and then we just put it across. I feel like it looks stupid, but it's gonna look cool on a 3D print, I think. I'm just loosely putting it together. I could do this with an array mesh still, but you have to like offset it so it links together. So that's why I'm only doing sets of 2 rows at a time. I don't know. I'll get better at it.
I mean, you could.
There was a way to do it.
Yeah, no, there's definitely. Because you can
Rotate.
do multiple. You can rotate. You can. I think there's a way to bend it around now.
Honestly, I just don't even think it matters if it lines up correctly or not. If I just drag it quickly like this, I think it's gonna get the point across easily.
Well, again, you're not going to be able to see.
You'll get the texture.
Really?
Yeah. If you can see eyelids on a 3D print, you'll be able to see this.
Let me know when this is done. I'll print it. I can't print it anymore.
I'll have a freeze for STL for this, so I'll let you know how it comes out.
I still wouldn't be able to print it till like summer.
That's okay.
Maybe spring.
So I got a big old panel now of squigglies, which I might redo this, but whatever. No. You're such a dork.
I am. You know, I'm a very happy dork right now.
Hey, Ricky.
Yes.
What you doing in the side room?
Doing like just fun little video stuff.
All right. Sounds like Bird's being a monster. Why is he screaming at you?
So I'm just sitting there, and he'll like jump on my shoulder, and I'm just sitting there working with my camera.
Oh, okay, you're hanging out.
Yeah,
He's afraid
we're
of the
hanging
camera.
out. His cage is open, and then just right here on my shoulder, just all of a sudden it's like, and just goes flies around, and then he stops. He's done making noise.
I'm sorry, Bird's being an a-hole.
Most
Well,
of
a
the
little
time,
bit.
The most annoying thing is that he keeps jumping on me.
He loves you.
I can't get him off of me.
He loves you so much.
He needs to love me less.
I know, I feel it.
I think that's a song.
They're saying ramen noodles. It totally looks like ramen noodles. I am not going to
Does
keep
it really?
it. Oh, totally.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Again, I'm not saying that I like it like this, but I do think for a 3D print, I think this will translate pretty well, actually.
I actually think that's really good.
Oh, I think it looks
You
dumb.
made it. Oh, you made it nice and thick.
I
So,
did.
Like it blended. I think it blended really well.
Okay. How in the hell am I going to tuck this behind? I can't believe I've gotten this far making D&D models and no one's ever asked for chainmail. It was going to happen, and it's happening, and like...
Because no one wants.
You seem great,
chainmail.
Mike,
They want
but
that-
I hate doing
They want the plate armor.
They do. They don't plate armor, which is like 1,000 times easier. Even scale mail would be easier. I had to say it weird like that. Scale mail.
You did.
Oh my god, how do I push this back without deforming it? Okay, that's all that's going to show anyway, so I really don't need to worry about the rest of this. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We are going to...
Mia, that's how I... sorry.
Are you going to make weapons and stuff? Because if you
I
do...
make weapons all the time? That's not true. I made a sword.
Because, like, I'm kidding, not kidding. If you get good at this, I would pay you. I hate making weapons. Just letting you know.
Okay.
No.
Well,
I love weapons. I don't like doing it.
no, I think I can make my flat ring.
Yes, you can make your stupid flat ring with
It's not
this.
stupid.
You can do anything
It
with
was
this.
needed in the moment. And oh my god. You know, so
No,
many
I know.
things.
You're just such a dork.
I know, but like, you don't even know. Like, I can't even describe the problems that we're having while making that thing.
I know, and every single time you're like, oh, me, I'm trying to do this. I'm like, oh, cool, it's not sculpting, it's modeling. Try the Z modeler brush. If you listened to me the first 18 times, you would have been
What?
so happy.
Listen to someone. You know I don't do that.
You'll be a great professor.
Oh, the best professor. All these people listening are like, oh my god, he sounds awful.
He is.
I'm not. I mean, you could attest.
I know. All right, I have just a little piece poking through. I'm so happy that you asked for a waistcoat because one, they're super sexy and I like making them, and two, it covers up most of the chainmail. And that's gonna show up well in a print. Again, if I was gonna do like proper chainmail, it'd be super small little rings, which I have a reference for it, right there, down there. I even have a little zoomed in piece, which I probably should have looked at that when I was doing this, but whatever. Okay. Because yeah, on a 3D print, that's going to show up for sure. Again, I don't think I did a great job with it, but it's there. Actually, I'm going to leave that. It's a little too ramen noodle-y. So I'm going to spend time actually making that look good, but not right now because I just don't want to. I'm going to delete that too. Okay, the shield looks cool. I don't know why I was feeling mad about that earlier. It's like he's on a spike. I don't think there's really much else I can work on other than the chainmail or the pose itself. And I don't want to do either of those things right now. Yeah, this is going to be on this arm, looking all cool like. And then I love the pose you sent me. Having this, the trident behind, so freaking cool. Thank you for the picture, because I read it a bunch of times, and I don't know what you're saying. But yeah. So he says, I was kind of envisioning Lucifer TV show for style. Oh, okay, cool. You know, I'm really glad I went with like a sexy-er face then, because I think he looks cool. With the fancy horns and slick back hair. So I'm glad I picked up what you were putting down unintentionally. I don't know if I'm really getting like cleric vibes, but I'm trying. He says, yeah, it looks awesome. Yay! I'm really glad you like it. I've never done a 550 request where they didn't like it, but I don't know. It's still nice when you guys like it because, you know, it's what I do. You know what I can do? I can do a tail. I can at least block it out. I can hear you just mumbling about like.
Sorry. I'm trying to be quiet.
No, you're fine. Just such a dork.
Just be glad you don't hear me when I'm by myself on it. It's a lot.
Mumbly, mumbly.
It's a lot worse.
Okay, here's his tail. And then we're going to do a bend arc. Whew. Look at my modeling technique. This is the extent of my modeling.
I could spend days doing this.
You should. Don't get your PhD. Be an artist.
Shouldn't you be supportive?
I am so supportive. I feel like I say this in every single live stream video. I'm sorry if I'm driving you guys crazy. I went to school for mechanical engineering. I thought I was going to be an engineer for my entire life, and I'm not. Now I'm an artist. This is a friend from engineering school. Well, more than that. He's my professor, actually. But yeah, that's what I talk about at school all the time. What, were we friends first? We weren't.
Professor first. Didn't you say friends? He's more than that, professor?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Professor more than friends?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just being nitpicky. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're being worse.
Yeah,
He's also my DM, so I feel like that adds more context to what, actually matters here.
Yep. I've tried really hard to kill her every weekend or month.
Every month, and
Every
you
month.
haven't
Those
died
rogues,
yet.
man, they're just...
Yeah, plays a rogue. I can't be stopped.
Nope.
And this mic says, ouch. I'm assuming to us. That or me making the tail, because it looks like he's impaled for a second. All right. I feel like I'm saying tail weird, like tail. Tail.
Telltale?
Tail. That's not a word I like. That in burglar. God, I hate that word. Burglar. Hamburglar. Burglar. Okay.
When you're done with your stream, yeah, you need to see what I've done because it's an abomination.
I'm looking over at it. I'm not impressed.
Okay. You're not impressed?
No, I'm not impressed.
We really need to do one of these where we can go back and forth.
I know, so they can see your
You
screen.
can just see the cake. Like, yours is so beautiful and that.
Oh, thanks. I think he's a fancy sir. I really like this character. And I love that, like, without Mike telling me, like, what the vibe was, I kind of picked up on it, too. Like, earlier in the stream, if you watch an hour ago, I'm like, he's a fancy sir. Which, I mean, I guess the waistcoat, like, it's pretty obvious. He's being a fancy sir, but whatever. Mike says, my party hates my wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
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 I forgot what a spade supposed to look like, so I did this thing. I'm gonna fix it later. There's someone in the Discord that mentions that they're playing as an artificer for the first time. That made me think of you. They were just like, because isn't Lori the first artificer you've had a DM for?
It's weird. I still don't think we're doing it right. I need to really sit down and read the rules.
Because they get, instead of 2 actions, 2 spells?
Well, it's the attack action is 2 actions, like a fighter. But I don't know if... Because they can cast spells, she was using it to cast 2 spells.
Gotcha.
I think the rule of only 1 like level spell still applies.
Okay.
So like she can do like what's the one she does all the time? I don't know, say she had fireball. She could do fireball, but she can only do it once in a turn.
Right.
The action wouldn't have to be a cantrip spell.
Gotcha.
But I had no idea. I really need that.
Mike called his character a D&D dandy, and I just love that.
A D&D dandy?
Because he's fancy.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. And then the abandoned said, just started a Ravnica campaign with the Furball Grave Cleric. That's awesome.
Furball, that's just like crit rolls, isn't it?
Maybe?
Roll? Yeah, I think
I haven't seen their actual, like, I saw
really
one.
should.
I really
It's
should.
good. It's really
Well, you banned me from watching it.
Just till you understood. Like, I will never be Matt Mercer.
That's okay.
No one will ever be Matt Mercer. Now you know.
And now I know.
I'm not a bad DM.
You're not a bad DM.
It's not...
I'm only mad at you for that one dumb combat we had with the mummies for like 2 hours.
You weren't... Okay.
I was the only one who picked up that we were supposed to like run away or like give up.
Yeah.
Why is the rest of the party so stupid? I love my friends, but they're dumb.
Wow.
We were obviously going to lose. There was like 30 of them and 2 of us. Yeah. I'm just mad because they were...
wander in the desert forever?
That sucked too.
Do you ever have fun in that?
I did. The last session we had was like stupid amount of fun.
That was a good one.
It was super good.
Y'all were idiots.
We were...
Yourself included. That was a group dynamic.
That was a group dynamic for sure. No, I thought that was really good. I thought we all got along real well. Where is Array Mesh? Why? There. My goodness. I'm like functioning at half capacity. It keeps saying me to end this stream. We're going on 2.5 hours. I'm just gonna keep going. People are chatting, which is cool.
I'm just. Ooh.
What are you making over there?
I'm literally just playing with it. Like I'm trying different. So if you hover over like a square, it's space. You have different options than if you hover over a line.
That's the first thing I told you. If you rewind in this live stream.
I wasn't listening. I really wasn't.
That's
I got
okay.
distracted. So
Immediately.
I'm just going through each one. I think my favorite's gonna be mesh or move.
Okay, I'm gonna do the chainmail thing again, but not sucking. The band says, yes, very similar to Critical Role, but my deity is Hel, or Heal, H-E-L, a bit darker than Caduceus. I was gonna say Abacus, but it's not Abacus. Caduceus.
It's been a while. I'm like 10 episodes behind, but...
Yeah. Mike says you can end at any time on East Coast. Yeah, you guys are all over the place, so you're way ahead. So it's super late for you, right? Wouldn't it be like midnight there?
3
East
hours?
Coast? Yeah, it's midnight.
I don't know what. Yeah, over past midnight.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. No, it's cool. I stayed up till like 4 a.m, so I don't know why I'm complaining. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just in the mood. Probably because you're not listening to me tell you how to use the modeler brush.
I'm figuring it out. I don't really know what I'm doing, but...
But you're doing a thing.
I'm doing it.
Okay, I'm going to do chainmail again, but better. Okay. So, where is a ring? Here's a ring. Oh, okay, so I'm doing this totally wrong. So it's like a circle like this, and then there's a circle like completely perpendicular almost, if you look at this, and it lays a little bit. Yeah, so it's 12:30 for him. And then the abandoned is central. Okay. They're all over the place.
Is they from California?
No, I think they're from California. Well, obviously not central, right? That's not us.
What?
We're Pacific.
No, we're Pacific.
Yeah. Like, why am I hesitating at that? There's a couple in the Discord that are central, or not central, oh my god. California. Kat is, for example. I haven't heard from her in a bit, though. I know she's super busy. I actually messaged her today. I feel like I was being crazy. Because, like, she's even super active in the Discord, but she has a really hard job. I think she's, like, a chemist or something. I don't know. I messaged her, and I'm like, make sure you're being nice to yourself. Because I know she works, like, 80-hour work weeks. So I'm like, I hope you're having fun still.
I have a friend like that. I hope she's okay. I know
Right.
how rough it can be.
Right? But I also felt crazy because I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to like, you have to be in the Discord. I'm like, no, I just want to show concern. I almost had a STEM job working as an engineer, so I can express concern. I know a thing. You're such a dork.
I'm like, no, look, you have to watch
It looks
this.
really cool.
Right? So I have 2 different poly groups,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I've set it to where if I hover, like if I'm on it, it's to extrude,
Yes.
but to extrude all of one poly group.
Yes.
So
That's
I
beautiful,
can-
actually. It's like a lattice work kind of thing.
Yeah, I could.
You can do anything.
Anything.
Yeah. Your enthusiasm is great. I think it's inspiring for people that are learning.
That's actually one of the most common student reviews I got.
That you're inspiring.
Yep, it's because I'm young. They relate more.
Hashtag relatable.
Yep.
No, I thought you were just as grouchy and old as other professors personally.
What?
You were just nicer about it.
Okay, well, alright.
You weren't like Jenkins or anything. But,
No,
yeah.
I can see it. I don't know why I was so defensive.
I don't know.
You're 100% correct.
Okay, so I did a much bigger twist on this one. Oh, nope. I don't want to rotate. This is not hard to use at all. Why am I struggling so hard?
I really want to print this, Mia.
You can.
I don't think I can, because I think there's geometries that have no volume.
I can show you how to do that with panel loops.
No, I think not worth explaining.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, this is such a sensitive mouse. Ah, there we go. I think this can look more chainmail-y. Look, it's like looped-er. And I might have another one hanging off of this. Because what makes it look like chainmail is the fact that they're all like laying flat, right? So I was thinking if I have it pointed out more, I can see how those are perfectly flat. I can hook another set there. So it'll be flat. Get what I'm trying to say?
Nope, you have to show me.
Okay. Let me just make this in a mesh.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna go
then...
back to playing with
No. It's this fast. Look.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
did you do the rematch?
No, I just did it just to show this example. But yeah, so like hooking it there, like on that one. Like this part's hooking on this part.
Oh, I see.
Because that's what makes it chainmail. It's like it lays flat, you know? I have to move it a little bit.
So you have to mess with the geometries on that. Well, that's actually not that bad.
Right? Because I think that's what makes it look like.
See,
That looks stupid. It looks like ramen still.
I think you need to. I mean, it's gonna look like ramen.
No.
It's the color. Change the color.
I mean, I could change the back cap to silver, but I don't think it's going to
red.
fix anything. No, red's terrible. That's...
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Red's terrible. What do you got against red?
It's the worst map. This horrible, like, red clay crap. No one uses this. New beginners use it because it looks bad. It makes everything look bad.
I feel like you take every opportunity you can to
Me mean?
call me a newbie. Oh, my thing froze again. Oop. That looks bad. Okay.
I feel like this looks better than before, though.
Yeah, nope, it's red cap. Yep, it's the first. Yep.
Yep.
That's
It's the worst.
I feel this one.
Yes, it's the worst.
Yep.
Change it to anything else.
Well, it's only gray or the fall, and I don't like it. So I wanted literally anything else.
Okay.
Ooh.
I feel like this is going to look like ramen still, and I'm just going to...
That's
Oh.
cool, but you can't see.
I'm going to make a longer section. Oh my gosh, I should just enter in a value because this isn't working. Oh my goodness. No.
Skin shade 4. Oh, no.
I like MP Chav, but that's on the Pixelogic website. The closest thing to that's Polyskin, which looks like skin, so it's kind of gross looking.
Is that going to be it then?
Both.
Oh, well, I wasn't listening again.
Wow.
I know, I'm horrible.
Wow.
I just get distracted and excited and...
That's okay. It's good enthusiasm. I mean, I'm super offended.
You can tell when I'm really focused because I, like, stop talking a bit.
I feel like this is the most boring live stream to watch ever because I'm like working so much slower than usual, but it's because I'm learning anything new. Okay, I feel like that looks really cool. Like, this does not look like ramen to me. This looks like chainmail. Right? I did it.
See, but you know, you might be okay with that. But you know what's going to bother me about that?
What?
They clearly don't interlock.
Some of it does. Look, if you zoom out, you would never know.
That's what I'm saying. Once you print it,
Yeah.
no one's going to know. But
They sit inside of each other.
that's what bothers me.
Well, you can be bothered. This definitely looks like chainmail, though. Way more than it did before.
We also changed it to, like, shiny metal.
Okay. Yes, but I also think I did a better job. You know, I'm going to just compliment myself over here.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
But I'm just pointing out the flaws I would have seen.
And you didn't ask for your opinion.
This is true, but I'm an engineer. We just kind of give it.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not mad.
I don't know if anyone in the chat knows engineers, but they can confirm if they
A lot of them are engineers.
Oh, well, then they definitely know.
I was surprised by that. I've had like several people be like, hey, when you graduate, if you want a job. I was like, what? There was someone in Florida who works at okay, so I've been playing Monster Hunter a lot, so I'm thinking of Raytheon the dragon. That's wrong. I think it's Raytheon is a company. I'm thinking of Raytheon
I have no
because
idea what you're talking about, but
it's a defense like contract engineering firm.
oh,
I swear it's Raytheon, but I'm thinking, or no,
I don't know.
Raytheon. I'm just thinking of the dragon name because I'm in D&D mode. Anyway, but I thought that was cool.
it is cool.
I'd at least have an interview if I wanted to go be a real engineer.
Why would you want to?
I don't want to.
I was gonna say.
I feel like people think I hate engineering though. I don't. I think it's the coolest. I just don't want to do it. Oh no, why did I do that? Oh, there we go. On the plus side, what's cool with this array mesh is like the more you do it, it like expands exponentially because it's a bigger array mesh each time.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Yeah, it looks way better than before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't care what I say. It looks like ramen. I see it better. Mike said I went the opposite way. I got a degree in game dev and now work in IT. Oh, cool. Super cool. And yeah, it's backwards.
Oh, I need to have it over.
I still can't believe it took me this long to figure out how to do chainmail. No one's ever asked for it, which again is shocking considering I've been doing this for over a year now. is so cool though. I learned to do this. Thank you, Walker.
You know?
It wasn't hard, but I wasn't learning it and doing it. Which is funny, because like I go out of my way to learn new things with ZBrush, but not modeling techniques. I learned how to make my own alphas, my own brushes, that kind of stuff.
I just learned how to make a really cool eye.
Yeah?
Like, it needs some work, but that's going to be a really cool eye.
That's be super cool. Yay, I think this looks so much better. Happy face. Heck yeah. I'm gonna cover all of it in chainmail. Especially because, I mean, that's not what you asked for. I'm kidding. Alright, so I made a section of chainmail. I am not gonna do that tonight. I think I'm gonna sign off for tonight. I might work on something else, but not this. Okay.
You can help me.
I can help you. You need lots of help.
I need lots of all kinds of help.
I'm gonna render. And for people that join, if you guys haven't ever been here before, I think that band, you're new for sure. But Walker's usually never here. It's usually just me. But he might be here like once a week now to hang out. But just in case you're like, oh no, where's Walker? He's just never usually here. This is unusual.
If they miss me.
If they miss you, I'm sorry.
I think we make a good dynamic.
I think so. I talk this much usually just to myself.
Well,
So it's not like it's any noisier than usual. It just makes sense that I'm talking so much now.
I feel like I say something stupid, and then you're just there, like, on it.
Write it. Yep.
Yep.
That's what I'm good at.
That's got to be entertaining, right?
Right? They're gonna think you're Ricky, and it's like, oh no, this is just a friend.
I'm nowhere near as talented as Ricky.
Ricky's pretty freaking cool. I like being nice to him when he's not around.
Ricky? Oh.
Yes.
So you're definitely not as nice to him when he is.
Yeah, I know. That's just our dynamic. Mike says, cool, looking forward to the finished product. Yeah, me too. This is dope. All right. Since you guys were here the whole time, just in case you haven't seen it in the Discord already, this is the model I made yesterday. Just to show you guys, like, oh, look. Yeah, I did this yesterday. It was in the Discord, you might have seen it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I like that one.
He looks freaking cool.
One day I'm going to have to, like, do braids and rope and stuff, and I am not looking forward to that day.
I don't. I use a rope brush.
That's not how it's going to happen.
I know, you're ridiculous. I just think it's funny because, like, I always start with the body first, right? And he has this funny little old man body. Oh man, I have it all merged down. Anyway, he just has like this ridiculous pot belly, and he's very cute and old man. Here's just his little legs. In case you needed to know that. But yeah, woo.
What's it supposed to be?
Just an old sage, human wizard. Okay. The description was slightly smelly, but possibly a god. Was the description I was given for this. So that's what I went for. Slightly smelly, but possibly a god. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for joining with me for 2.5 hours. I know it was kind of slow. Mike says, holy crap, that's awesome. Thank you. Your model's going to be super cool too. It's the details that make it pop. But I just haven't gotten to that point yet. But he's going to be fabulous. But yeah, thanks for joining. I know I was real slow this time, but I appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys. It's Friday. Possibly tomorrow. I might live tomorrow. But if not, you'll see me Sunday for the classroom because you guys are both in the $10 tier. We'll be going over the UI and macros. It'll be cool. All right. I'll see you guys later.
I made another abomination.
I really? I have to wait like 10 seconds, so like, I don't cut the stream too soon. I've done that before, so there's no ending.